All right, the forecast is next, 57 degrees, not bad.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the winter forecast tonight. We debuted it tonight at 6:30 on WCNC Plus. We'll give you a quick wrap of that here at 11, but if you get a chance, go over to our website. We'll have a full write-up there, and you can go to our YouTube page, our Weather IQ page. I've got a full forecast there as well. But one of the main drivers for this upcoming winter, it's going to be that weak La Nina that's in effect, and give you an idea what that means for us. Typically, when we have really strong El Ninos or strong La Ninas, which is cooling water in the Pacific, we tend to see really wild swings. But when we're closer to the middle, that neutral stage or weak La Nina, we tend to get some snow around here. So the forecast for temperatures, not really warm, but I am expecting it to be slightly above average, certainly not as warm as the last couple of winters. It's going to be dry from a precipitation standpoint. We typically see very dry conditions during La Nina winters, so don't expect a lot of rain, and I would expect drought conditions will be a persistent problem as we go through the winter months. But the snowfall forecast, that's what everyone cares about. Typically, we do see near average or slightly above average snowfall in the setup for the upcoming winter, especially in the western Carolinas, northwest Piedmont. The further south you go, it'll be closer to average, but we will see snow this year. I think that's the overarching part of the upcoming season. So I always throw out a bold forecast just to give you a general idea on what we're talking about. So Boone, typically on average winter, 25.6. I think 28 to 35 inches possible. And Hickory, 6.9 is your average. I think 6 to 8 inches this winter. And in Charlotte, we have a pretty small average. It's gone down quite a bit in the last decade. 3.5 inches is our normal or average snowfall in the last 30 years. I think 3 to 6 inches is what we'll see this upcoming winter. So near average to slightly above. And again, don't expect a really cold, snowy winter. Expect a lot of wild swings, and I do expect 1 to 3 winter storms that will develop and bring us that wintry weather. Temperatures overnight, no wintry weather in our near future. The thing about these setups this year, even though we had that little bit of flurry activity last Monday, doesn't look like we're going to see any wintry weather in the meantime because temperatures are way above average. In fact, we're going to be threatening record highs tomorrow and possibly again later this week. Fast-moving storm systems staying primarily to the north. That is keeping us pretty dry, though we'll have a couple opportunities for some isolated showers, especially maybe late tonight and again on Friday into Saturday. But overall, the chances stay pretty minimal, 20% or less. So don't look for any widespread rain, at least in the next 7 days. The real story is the heat. Tomorrow, the record high up there around 78. We'll be close. I think we'll be well below the high for Thursday and Friday, but still in the 70s. Saturday's the day we likely could break that record high because the record is 76. I'm going with a high of 77. Now, as far as rainfall long term, nothing through the weekend and into early part of next week, but possibly by Thanksgiving Day, we could see a storm system that brings us a chance of rain. The reason why is we're going to see a big dip in the jet stream, probably in the middle of the country sometime late next week. Not Arctic intrusion. There's really no big cold blast coming. Might knock us back to near average, but with this ridge off the southeast coast, that's going to put us in the battleground area where we could see persistent showers maybe starting next weekend. But temperatures between now and then, way above average, and that looks like it's going to last all the way through the beginning of December. Maybe we'll see a pattern change in December, but at least in that 7 to 10 day range, there's no signs of cool weather right now. And that's reflected in our Jerry Hunt Supercenter 7-day forecast. A lot of 70s on the map, but more importantly, look at those morning lows. In the 50s and even a 61 on Saturday, our average lows are in the 30s right now. It should be frosty every morning. We're not seeing that. And even going into next week for Thanksgiving, slightly cooler, but that's getting closer to average. But at least we should have a chance of rain sometime around Thanksgiving Day.